I didn't take the job because I wanted to. I took it because I'd run out of options. By that point, I'd been unemployed long enough that I stopped telling people I was looking. I just said I was between things. The truth was, I was applying everywhere and hearing nothing back. So when a small gas station just outside town called me for an interview, I didn't ask many questions. The station sat a little off the state highway. Not abandoned, but far enough out that after midnight, traffic dropped to almost nothing. No bars nearby, no fast food places, just road, trees, and darkness. The owner was an older guy, quiet, practical. He didn't ask many questions either. He told me the shift was overnight, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. I hesitated. He noticed. Night shifts aren't hard, he said. They're just quiet. Some people don't handle that well. That was the closest thing to a warning he gave me. Before my first shift, he walked me through the station. We didn't sit down. He didn't hand me a printed list. He just explained things as we moved from one area to another, like someone who'd done this 100 times. He told me not to comment on how customers pulled in. Lights on, lights off, windows up, windows down. You don't manage how people drive, he said. You just ring them up. He told me not to automatically hand back change unless someone asked. Some people don't want to linger, he said. They pay and leave. He told me not to ask questions about customers, even if something felt off. Curiosity creates problems, he said. People complain, misunderstand things, or stick around longer than they should. Then he explained the overnight routine. After midnight, I stay inside the booth area. By 1 a.m., everything gets locked. If someone honks or knocks, he said, you let them. It's safer that way. He didn't say it dramatically. He said it like it was common sense. The first part of the shift was boring. A couple of late-night drivers, a trucker grabbing coffee, a guy buying cigarettes and leaving exact change without saying a word. Nothing unusual. I cleaned the counter, restocked shelves, watched the clock. Around 11:30, a black sedan pulled into the lot. Its headlights were off. It rolled to a stop at the pump and sat there for a moment before the driver got out. I remembered what the owner said and didn't comment. The man paid in cash, didn't ask for change, and left without looking at me. I told myself it meant nothing. Just before midnight, I locked the outer doors and stayed inside. The station felt different once I did. Smaller, quieter. Sounds carried strangely. The hum of the refrigerators, the buzz of the lights, the wind outside brushing against the building. At exactly 1 a.m., I locked everything else. That's when the noise started. At first, it sounded like distant traffic. Then it layered. Engines, voices, something like movement on gravel. I checked the security cameras. The lot was empty. The noise kept building, overlapping in a way that made it hard to separate one sound from another. It reminded me of when your brain tries to turn random noise into something familiar. I told myself that's all it was. Then someone knocked on the door. Not loud, just firm. I froze behind the counter. Another knock followed, then another. I didn't respond. I followed routine. The knocking turned into banging, harder, faster. My chest tightened. My ears rang. I realized I hadn't taken a full breath in a while. The noise outside felt overwhelming, like pressure closing in from all sides. My vision narrowed, and then everything went dark. I woke up to daylight streaming through the front windows. The owner was standing over me. He didn't look shocked. He asked if I was okay, got me water, told me to sit. After a moment, he said something that stuck with me. You didn't break routine, he said. That's important. He didn't explain why. He didn't tell me what would have happened if I had. He just said most people quit after a few nights. They don't like how it feels, he said. Then he asked if I wanted to stay on. He explained that overnight workers were hard to keep, so he adjusted pay for people who stuck around. I said yes. I worked there for several months. Nothing like that first night ever happened again. But I never broke routine. I locked up on time. I stayed inside. I didn't respond to noise. And I never worked another overnight job after that. I still think about that night sometimes. Not because I know what happened, but because I don't. And because part of me wonders if following routine mattered, or if it just kept me from finding out what would have happened if I hadn't.